What is up, everybody? This is the Wild Nutrition Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Heskett, and this is another fucking Unapologetic Friday episode. This is episode 28 of the podcast, and today we are going to be talking about why you can't be going out to eat all the time when you're on a diet and how that's holding back your progress. So, if this is your first Unapologetic Friday, 15 minutes goes on the clock. And I try to get this episode done in about that time. Usually I go over, but at least it's not 1 hour of me rambling. So, shorter episode. I'm going to say fuck a lot. So, let's get going. Timer is set. 15 minutes. All right. So, you're going out. You're trying to diet. You're trying to lose weight. And you go out all the time. Maybe you go out multiple times per week. For lunch. For dinner, you have date night, it's Friday, you don't feel like fucking cooking, like I get it, so you just go out to eat. The problem with this is restaurants have more calories than you think. Their portions are bigger. So you have to limit or stop going out to eat all the time if you want to lose weight. This is part of that dieting part that people don't want to talk about. They don't want to deal with this. They want to lose weight, but they don't want to. I don't want to give up all my things I'm doing that are putting me in this position. This is one reason why you gain weight and why you can't lose weight, because you eat really well all week or you eat really low calorie. This happens. You're struggling. You're like, I only eat 1,200 calories. Why can't I lose weight? It's hormones. Well, hormones play a role, but if you're overeating calories, that's going to do it. And so you go out to eat and you're like, I didn't blow my calories. Well, we're going to pick on a menu and we're going to pick on the Cheesecake Factory. Not because I dislike the Cheesecake Factory, but because it's very popular. It's everyone and the calories are available. We can also pick on others. So Cheesecake Factory, don't sue me. So you go out and what are we going to order? We're going to go a little healthy. Like we're going to try to pick like a chicken dish maybe, or maybe we're going to go with a salad. Like let's pick chicken. So let me pull that up really quick. Okay. So chicken dish, we're going to get their Thai coconut lime chicken. Like that sounds pretty healthy. It doesn't sound like crazy bad. Why don't we pick that? It's 1960 in calories, 1,960 calories in one fucking dish. Okay, maybe not that one. Maybe that's the only one. Okay, the grilled fish tacos on their specialty list is the lowest thing at 1,040 calories. 1,040. That's just that. This isn't including appetizers, dessert, or if you're going to go get any drinks at all. Oh, well, what about, maybe the Korean fried chicken, 1830. It's actually lower than the coconut chicken. Chicken piccata, 1420. Everything on this list is over 1,000 calories just for the entree. You want to go pasta? Guess what? My calories for my weight loss phase are 2,200. Right now, that's what I'm eating. Their fettuccine Alfredo with chicken is 2,180. It's 2,200 calories. Is what I eat in a day in one meal. This is why it's very difficult to go someplace and eat. Their lowest calorie thing is actually the filet mignon at 870 calories. That's the lowest thing for entrees on there. You're like, well, shit, maybe a salad. Maybe a salad would be a better option. And there are some lower calorie things. Margarita flatbread pizza, 760 calories. But their salads, if you just look, like other than their appetizer salad, like their appetizer tossed green salad is going to be 580 calories. So I'm going to do this. It's the same calories as their French fries. If you get the tossed green salad with balsamic vinaigrette, which is why I tell people get the dressing on the side and don't put all of it, because there is a ton of calories in that. So there is 55. Is that real? Wow. 55 grams of fat in the amount of dressing they serve you. 55 grams of fucking fat in that. Their Caesar salad, it's 75 grams of fat. Like, holy fucking shit. That's why you can't go, like, even when you're picking something that's healthier, like, I'm going to do a salad. That's a struggle. And that's their appetizer salad. That's not their entree salad, which I must have passed in because I have this shit up in front of me. There it is. So all their salads, other than their seared, so Lowe's thing on the menu, seared tuna taki salad is 480 calories. Okay, that's within. I like to tell people aim for about 500 calories per meal. That usually gives a lot of people a buffer because they're eating a little bit more than that, or more than just like 1,500 calories in a day. And that gives you the buffer for adding additional calories if you want to a meal or having snacks. So there you go. That's the one thing you can order off this fucking menu, really, other than French fries at 530 calories. So their Cobb salad is $14.60. Their barbecue ranch chicken salad, $19.80. It's a 2,000 calorie salad. The problem here is you think you just ate something low calorie and healthy, and then you're going to go out and maybe you can justify, oh, I'm going to get a salad so I can justify dessert. I can justify appetizers. And no, you can't, because their appetizers are just as fucking bad. All their appetizers, even if you split. What would be something I would order as an appetizer here? Fried calamari serves 2 to 4. So 15, 20 calories. If I go out with my wife and we're like, hey, we'll get fried calamari, that's 700 calories, like 750 per person. A little over for the math fanatics. What about the Thai lettuce wraps with chicken strips? Serves 2 to 4, 850 calories. So 2 people, like if you split it among 4 people, yeah, it's going down, but you're still talking 200 calories per person just there. And then we're not even getting to your entree. So for 2 people, you're talking 425 calories each. Like that's a fucking meal for a weight loss phase. Or if you're trying to maintain, like that's almost an entire meal for that. To the chicken pot stickers at 420, serves 2 to 4. That's like you're still 200 calories. And you're going to get a drink, and we're going to get, you're feeling like a margarita. Maybe you're going out for dinner, 270 calories for their ultimate margarita. Their skinny mojitos, 150 calories. But this all adds up. The entrees were already like 1,500 calories. Let's just say that's about the average, 1,500 calories. Then you're going to have the skinny drink, which is 150. So now we're at 1,650. And then you had let's say you had the lowest calorie thing, chicken pot stickers. So we're at like 1,650. Then you're going to add 200 calories each. Now it's going to be 1,850 in calories. And we didn't even get to dessert. And I know when, you're going to the Cheesecake Factory, so you have cheesecake on your mind, and you're not going to like this. But they do have a low calorie one, but those still per slice, 570 calories. That's the low cal version. All their other ones, the original is the lowest calorie at 830 calories per slice. People think it's like 300 to 500 calories. It's 830 for your regular cheesecake. What am I getting? I'm getting the Godiva chocolate cheesecake. That's 1,400 calories per serving. So I'm going to split that with my wife. We're already 1,850 in. We're going to add another 700. We're at 2,550 for calories, if I did my math right in my head. 2,550 for one meal. This doesn't include breakfast. This doesn't include lunch. So this is where, and it's very easy to do. This is something where women are like, I am not eating that much. And men too, but a lot of times this is women. I'm not eating that much. I diet all week. I don't know why I'm losing weight. And it's like, well, you literally just had 2,500 calories here for breakfast. You had, maybe 300 calories. So 25, now we're at 2,800. And then at lunch, you might probably had another 500 calories. So you're in the 3,000s for calories. So what kind of deficit are you running? Like, even if we use a protocol like calorie cycling, it's really tough to just eat that many calories. Like, usually it's like we can do like some lower calorie days and like 2,200 or 2,500 calorie days, but you did 2,500 calories in one fucking meal, and it's not going to be all protein. Like, you're getting a ton of fat, a ton of carbs. And when it comes to restaurants, what you have to remember is for them to get you to come back, they want you to leave with the food tasting good. Depending on the type of restaurant, Like Cheesecake Factory also runs where they want you to leave feeling full. Like the food tasted great. I left full. Check off. Great meal. If you go to like a higher end restaurant, you might not leave feeling full, but food tastes great. Check off. Their job is to make food taste good, not make food healthy. Make food taste good. Therefore, you as the customer go back and you also rave to your friends and family like, oh my God, check out this place. Food was amazing. Well, to make it amazing, they need to bump up all the calories, the fat, the carbs, the sodium to levels you wouldn't do at home. Or if you do, you're like, holy shit, I know this is unhealthy. But you go out to a restaurant and you do it, and holy shit, even if, we're at 3,500 calories for the day, 2,500 for this meal. And that's, if we swapped even to a salad, like you're just going to drop it. Like we're barely going to drop that, the calorie amount. Like instead of that 1,500 calorie meal, their Caesar salad's 1,270. Like it only drops a little bit. So you're going to go, I'm going to get a salad. I'm going to be healthy. Like their Thai chicken salad's 1,630. It's actually higher than what I said. It's the average. Vegan Cobb salad, 1060. Okay, that's lower, but it's still going to be pretty low in protein. Where's protein on this thing? Yeah, it's pretty damn low at like 16 grams of protein. Some of the other ones are higher, but that means that's vegan Cobb salad's 1,000 calories of just carbs and fat. 16 grams of protein. Carbs and fat are what make up the rest of it. So you think you're eating something healthy. And objectively, if we look at micronutrient profile, all the vitamins and the minerals, maybe technically it is, but you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to maintain your weight, which means quote unquote healthy, also means not going over your calorie allowance. If you're going over that, that's a problem. This is where people get mind fucked and they're like, I'm doing everything I can. So imagine if you did this for lunch and dinner. This might be a Friday. You go out and maybe you have no control. And this is why you always want to look ahead and try to figure out what these restaurants are serving to make a choice. If maybe you have a meeting with clients or your boss or something or colleagues and you're going out, you're going to get a meal. Okay, let's pick the best option we can. Try to keep it around 500 calories, but just do the best you can. You can plan ahead for some of this with having a few choices. Because what you don't want to do is pigeonhole yourself. You're like, I'm going to get this option only. Whenever my clients send me menus, I always tell them like 2 to 3 things because you might go and they're like, we're out of that one thing today. You're like, fuck, I don't know what else to get. And then you're like freaking out. And maybe you don't have good cell service in there. You're like, shit, I can't look it up. So, you always want to like have like 2 or 3 options. One, like this is probably what I'm going to order, but if they don't have it, I have plan B, plan C. So you're going to do that. And maybe that's 500 calories, but probably going to be over. If you're not tracking, like you're not being objective, you're going to go and, hey, Chris told me to bump up my protein. You know what's high in protein? They're burgers. That sounds awesome. I'm not going to go crazy high on the burger, but a cheeseburger sounds fantastic. Guess what? Yeah, you're right. It's 60 grams of protein in there. That's great. It's also 1,400 calories because there's 91 grams of fat in there because they use like 75-25 ground beef or 80-20. Oh, shit. So you had that for lunch plus that side salad, and you're like, instead of fries, I'm going to get the side salad. Well, the side salad was 500 calories with all the vinaigrette. So you had 1,400 calories with the burger. Then you had 500 calories with your side salad because it's the same amount of calories as French fries. You're at 2,000 calories. Then you're going to go out to dinner. You're going to get something similar. And we did 2,500 calories at dinner. Guess what? You're at 4,500 calories for the day, not including breakfast. And this is where people get fucked. 4,500 calories without you thinking. And remember, with dinner, we had one skinny drink. I don't know about you, but I'm usually getting 2 drinks, and I usually don't go with the skinny drinks. Now, I'm not going to go anything crazy. Actually, their espresso martini's lower calorie than I thought. Only 250, which is good because a lot of times they're like 400. But we're going to go and let's just say wine. You're going to get a 5-ounce pour of wine. No, you're not, because people don't do that. So you're going to get what most people are going to get, which is the 9-ounce pour. Let's be honest. That's what I'm going to get. And you're going to have 2 glasses of that. Well, 9 ounces is going to be 2,200 calories. Sorry, not 22. 220 calories. Let me pull that back. 220 calories. You're going to have 2 of those. You're going to have one when they come and order drinks, and then you're going to have another with dinner. Guess what? That's 440 calories. So we included to that 4,500 I just brought up, we included 150 calories from that skinny mojito. This is now a regular drink, and most of their cocktails, there's the timer, most of their cocktails are 200 plus. So if you're having 200 or 2 drinks, you're having anywhere between 200 and 300 calories per drink. So just go right in the middle. 2 drinks is 500 calories. So we added, for that 2,500, we added 150. So now we're pushing 3,000 calories for a meal, but you didn't eat that much. That's where you get fucked. That's where you struggle to lose weight, because you do this. So you go out to dinner Friday night, then you do brunch, or maybe it's lunch, or you go out again Saturday night, and then you do brunch with the girls or brunch with the boys on Sunday. And they're all 1,000 calorie plus meals, but you're guesstimating that it's less than that. It's all 1,000 calories plus. I don't know about you, but 1,000, like I can barely do 1,000 calories, but if you're going in, and even if you're splitting a appetizer and you're splitting dessert, it's still a shitload of calories. And that's why you have to cut out. Now, does this mean you're never going out to eat? Fuck no, that doesn't mean. But what it does mean is don't go out just to go out because you're feeling tired. Don't order out stuff because you're feeling like, I just don't want to. Go out to eat for special occasions, your anniversary, your birthday, celebrating life events. Go do a once a month date night instead of every single time. You're going to pick a restaurant. Hey, this new place opened. Let's go out once a month. Maybe it's more expensive, and you're like, whoa, it's going to cost us like $200 to go there, or $300. It's like, well, if it's once a month, how much are you spending every time you go out? Well, we spend $125 every time we go out. Well, you're doing that 4 times a week or multiple times a week. You're spending like, I've done the math with some clients, and it's like, you're spending like $1,000 a month going out. We're going to cut that back, and you're gawking over like a $200 to $300 bill. Like, you're saving, or you should actually saving money here. Actually, I've gotten a couple clients from that because they're like, I can't afford you. And it's like, well, actually, you just told me you go out 4 times a week. You got to cut all that out, and we're going to go once a month. Like, oh shit, I'm spending that much? Yeah. Oh, well, coaching's way less than that. Yep. Cool. Let's sign up. So, one, it helps save you money, which is great, but it also makes those occasions actually more special. And then when you look at your total calorie allotment, it doesn't, like, that 1 week might adjust. Like, the 1 week might be off, but you can kind of plan around that. But then the rest of the time, it's fine. So 1 day out of the month isn't going to fuck you up, or 2 days out of the month isn't going to fuck you up. But when you're doing this every single week, or you're doing it multiple times a week, that's where you get fucked up. And that's where you're going to run into issues of, I can't lose weight, or I cut all this out, and then I start gaining weight back. So this can be a conversation. Now, this is tricky because some people do go out all the time. And social support, I've had clients where they're very social people, and this is their thing. Like, they're moms, and it's like, once a week, I get to go out with my girlfriends, and I enjoy my time. Or I've worked with guy clients, and it's like, look, I do this with the boys, and then we go to the pub. Like, okay. So now we have to allot for this, and we're going to assume it's going to be about 1,000 calories, which means on those days we have to plan for it, but we also have to plan smart, which means limit your drinking, which means probably no appetizer, no dessert, and you're just going to get an entree. Because just getting 2 appetizers is just as bad as the entree, guys. Or getting 1 appetizer isn't necessarily low calorie, because the appetizers here, again, if you just got that to eat yourself, a lot of them are going to be 1,000 calories plus. So you can't just like, I'm going to do appetizers. You know what? A lot of times the highest calorie options are in a restaurant, unless it's small, it's the appetizers because they taste fucking delicious. So a lot of times, where are the appetizers? Yeah, so there's still like 1,000 calories. Like the buffalo, what is it? Factory, yeah, nachos, no surprise, are like almost 3,000 calories. Spicy ahi tuna roll, 770 calories. That's over that 500 calorie thing. That's going to be really tough. Like you're just going to go in and you're going to get spicy ahi tuna roll. Like, probably not. The quesadillas are all 1,000 calories on here. Like a lot of the things are going to be 1,000 calories plus. So you have to plan for at least that and make smart decisions. Surprisingly, when we look at menus, so I'll look at menus with clients, it's not necessarily the protein, but everything that goes with the protein. So if you look at like a steak, a lot of times that's like steak, you're going to get potato, like we can remove some of the butter and things, and like a veggie. And if we can go to a place and they're serving a lean cut of steak, like sirloin, that's way better than, or filet mignon, that's way better than getting like a ribeye for weight loss. I'm not saying they're better than ribeyes. Ribeyes are fucking delicious, guys, but they're also super high in fat. So that becomes a problem. So we want to pick options that are going to be lower calories. And sometimes that is actually red meat. A lot of people will try to avoid red meat. It's like, no, sometimes that's better. Sometimes, so we have the grilled ribeye, that's $12.50. That's under a lot of the pasta and chicken dishes. Again, I don't know if this includes the sides with it, but that's going to be, that's the ribeye's the lowest, $8.70 right there. It does look like it includes the carbs here. So that's the entire dish. So you could just remove some of the carbs and stuff, whatever, the potato, some of the fat there in the dish, and lower the calories. Fish and seafood is all higher here because a lot of times it's crusted, like pistachio crusted, almond crusted, like that shit's delicious, but also adds a ton of fat. So their lowest calorie one is the seared ahi tuna. Guess what? It's higher than the filet mignon at 990 calories. It's 1,000 calories. Is it lower than the ribeye? Yes. Is it lower than most of the chicken dishes? Yes. And people will just assume like, hey, I'm going to get chicken. Chicken's lean. Chicken's great. I mean, no offense against chicken, but yeah, chicken is usually higher in calories because chicken's pretty bland if you just eat as is. Like you wouldn't just go to a restaurant and like, chicken with salt and pepper, I'm ordering that shit. And like, no, that's what they do with like steak, which is why it's a lot of times lower calorie at restaurants. But you're going like chicken marsala with mushrooms. Oh, that sounds great. Or chicken piccata. Chicken marsala with mushrooms is 1680 in calories. Chicken piccata is 1420. Spicy cashew chicken. Cashews are healthy, 1820 calories. Parmesan herb crusted chicken sounds amazing, 1315 calories. I bet it tastes amazing. So a lot of times we have to avoid those things. And, you know, one of my favorite dishes, shepherd's pie here, that's a 2,000. Is that? Oh, no. Really? Why won't you highlight? Tell me. 1416 calories. That's, the chicken littles is 2,100? Shit. Interesting. So you go and you get chicken because you think it's going to be healthier, but it's actually almost like a lot of times 1.5 or even double the calories of fish or beef options. There's no pork really on this menu. Pork is hit or miss, but a lot of times it does come down to the sides. Like if you're just getting a pork chop, that's usually a decent option, but it comes down to the sides, everything else that's served in it. So if you're like pork chop and it comes with mashed potatoes, like mashed potatoes, you know, restaurant's going to use cream and a ton of butter. It's going to taste amazing, but that's going to be very high in calories. Now you can cut that out. You could swap it for a baked potato because you can control how much butter or no butter because potatoes are pretty low calorie and do that. So this is why you need to be smart if you're going out, especially if you're a social person. If you do choose to go out, your results are going to be slower. Just numbers, just the amount of food and the amount of calories you're going to intake is going to be higher than someone who's not. Who's someone who's controlling everything at home, because you don't have control over the food when you go out. Yes, you can make special requests and stuff, but that doesn't mean it's going to be like you make it at home. Their job is to make food taste good. And when you remember that, their job is literally just to make food taste good. Wow. I have to bring that up. That's their job. And an example is their kitchen chicken katsu. There's 142 grams of fat in that meal. There is 0% chance that you would probably make that at home. Like, that's ridiculous. But you're going to go out and it's chicken, so that's probably pretty good. I'm going to order that. 142 grams of fat. That's ridiculous. 201 grams of carbs in this meal. There is 112 grams of protein. So that's like your entire calorie. That's everything for the day in one meal. So if you're doing intermittent fasting with one meal, yeah, there you go. There's some calories for you. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Anyways, before I keep rambling, I'm going to end it here because I don't want to hit that 30-minute mark. So stop going out to eat. If your goal is weight loss, you need to stop going out or limit going out, which means if you are going out weekly for social events, you need to either have a conversation or try to pick restaurants where the options are better. If you're going out once a month, keep it to once a month. But again, if your goal is weight loss, you want to make sure you look ahead of the menu and have good options. Figure out what's going to be the best option for you. I do this with my clients. They are allowed to send me wherever they're going. They can send me a picture of the menu and I will help them pick stuff out. With that being said, that's going to be it today, guys. So happy fucking Friday. I hope you enjoy your weekend and go kill it out there.